With school starting again, the StreetSkill team is back with a road safety campaign to keep kids safe this school year.
The Back to School campaign is one of the themes that we've adopted as part of the broader road safety strategy for the Cayman Islands. We chose from the outset to have a number of themes throughout the year, and we felt it really appropriate when the children are going back to school to major on issues around children, both primary school age and indeed older children that were on the cusp of driving themselves.
As part of StreetSkills, we have been doing several public education campaigns involving going to the high schools and making presentations to young drivers, advising them as to tips and techniques of driving safely on the road, some of the pitfalls that young drivers normally find themselves in, and how to mitigate against these. The workshops are geared towards persons who are about to have their driver's license issued and persons who are young drivers or learner drivers.
Mobile phone usage while driving, as well as buckling up, have been a main concern of StreetSkill.
Certainly when you drive up along Walker's Road, you see many people using their cell phones. Now I know it's not an offence on the face of it to use a cell phone per se, but the law does clearly say that you should be in full control of your car at all times. One of the key issues that we see is people not buckling up, not wearing seat belts, and particularly allowing their children to sit in cars without any seat belts on. Now it is the law that children under the age of 14 must be buckled up, must wear seat belts when they're both in the front of a car and in the back.
Young drivers are of particular concern this time of year.
Another concern with young drivers, they're oftentimes going out to functions and they may come back in late at night. Driving at night is a bit different from driving during the day, and so we discourage young drivers from driving by themselves at night unless there is a responsible adult in the vehicle with them. Parents should ensure that young drivers have sufficient training and experience with a senior driver before handing them their own keys or before handing them the keys to drive by themselves. They can do this by either seeking formal help from several driving schools on island, or by themselves spending a lot of time with their young drivers in the vehicle, ensuring that they're practicing good and safe road usage.
Drivers are urged to pay close attention to pedestrians and speed limits.
Well, the best practice for any pedestrian crossing is to stop, look and listen, which is the same broad message that we give when anybody is crossing the road, but it's a particularly important message for children. You've got to be alert to the fact that even though you're at a pedestrian crossing, that drivers may not be paying attention and they may not necessarily stop for you. Another one of the problems that we've come across is drivers simply driving too fast. And there are special speed limits that apply at certain times in relation to schools that should be strictly adhered to.
Considering that it's back to school time, one of the features that will be on the roads now are school buses, and we want to ensure that parents and students understand how to use school buses safely and how to operate vehicles around school buses. It's important that the students that are taking the school bus leave from home early enough so they arrive before the school bus arrives. Every driver on the road has a duty to ensure that they do not attempt to overtake a stopped school bus when it has its stop sign out and its flashing lights on. It means that there are possible children disembarking the bus. They're probably going to be coming from in front of the bus, and drivers should seek to be alert and stop. Wait until the flashing lights are off, until the bus has moved on, before trying to proceed.
For more information on the StreetSkill campaign, email corneliaolivier@gov.ky or call 925-8272. For GIS Marketing and Communications, I'm Greg Parashak.